All right, today we're jumping into one of the most game-changing moments in history. Seriously, we're talking about Moses and the burning bush. And this isn't just a story about one guy. It's an encounter that sparked a movement that would literally change the world.
So let's just start with this. What if a burning fire spoke to you but never actually burned out? I mean, really think about that. You're out in the middle of nowhere, all alone, and you see a fire that talks, a fire that lives but doesn't destroy. That's the mystery, the paradox we're getting into right now.
Okay, so to really get how big of a deal this is, you got to understand who Moses was before all this happened. Let's look at his story. It's this incredible fall from the top and then a totally unexpected new start.
I mean, look at this. It really shows you just how far he fell. One minute he's a prince of Egypt, living in a palace with all the power and status you can imagine. The next, he's a nobody, an exile, a forgotten guy just tending sheep out in the middle of a massive desert. Talk about a total 180. He went from the center of the universe to the absolute edge of nowhere.
So here he is, living this quiet new life. And it's on just a totally normal, boring day that something impossible is about to happen. A supernatural encounter that's going to change absolutely everything.
To just try to picture it, right? Moses is just doing his job. It's the same thing he's done day in and day out for years. You got the sun, the sand, the sheep. There's zero reason to think this day is going to be any different from 1,000 others.
And then he sees it. Something that makes no sense at all. Now, a fire in the desert, not a big deal. But this fire, this one's different. The flames are raging, but the bush itself, it's not burning up. It's totally fine, green, alive. It's an impossible sight, And it's just weird enough that he has to stop and go check it out.
So as he gets a little closer, the impossible thing happens again. The fire speaks. A voice calls his name, Moses, Moses, not just once, but twice. It's this urgent, personal call coming straight out of the flames. Yeah, his ordinary day, it's officially over.
Right, so this isn't just some weird hallucination. This is a divine moment, and it has a purpose. That voice from the fire is about to give a command that will literally change the world.
And the very first thing the voice says is, "Take off your sandals." Now this is all about reverence. It's an act of humility, right? It's a way of saying, okay, I recognize this place is sacred. It's special. It's not just regular dirt. God is telling him, straight up, you have just stepped out of your normal life and into my presence. And then comes the mission. And wow, it is a big one. Go back to Egypt, the place he ran away from, and confront Pharaoh, the most powerful man in the world, and just free all the slaves. For this guy, a lone shepherd who's basically a fugitive, this isn't just hard. It sounds completely, utterly impossible. Now, this is what makes this story so real, so relatable. It's how Moses reacts. He doesn't just say, okay, I'm on it. No way. His response is so human. He is full of doubt.
And this is the core of it, right here. Who am I to do this? He's basically saying, you've got the wrong guy. I'm a forgotten shepherd, an exile. I'm not even a good public speaker. He's looking at himself and all he sees are his flaws, his limitations. He sees zero reason why he should be the one for this massive job.
But God's answer just totally flips the script. The voice doesn't list all of Moses' good qualities or say, oh, you're stronger than you think. Nope. The answer has nothing to do with Moses. It's a simple, powerful promise. I will be with you. See, the mission's success isn't about who Moses is, it's about who is with him.
So this promise, I will be with you, leads Moses to ask one more really important question. He's thinking, okay, if I'm going to go to the Israelites and tell them God sent me, they're going to ask, which God? He needs a name.
He's basically asking for authority, for an identity. See, back then, a name wasn't just a label. It was everything. It was your nature, your power. So Moses is asking for the credentials he needs so people don't just laugh him out of the room.
And the answer he gets, wow, it's one of the most powerful, most mysterious lines in the whole story. It's not a simple name, not like Ra or Osiris. It's a statement of existence itself. I am who I am. So what does that even mean, right? Well, it's not a name you can pin down or control. It's more like a declaration of pure, unending, active existence. It means I'm always here. I'm the one you can always count on. This God isn't defined by anything or anyone else. He just is. Always has been, always will be.
And what's so genius about this name is that it answers every single one of Moses' fears. It tells him this God is personal. not some far-off cosmic force. It's another way of saying, I will be with you. It proves that the authority for this mission comes from the ultimate source, and it means this being has all the power needed to get this impossible job done. It's the perfect answer.
So, with that name, and that promise, the transformation is done. The stage is set. A shepherd is about to go back to Egypt, not as the scared guy who ran away, but as someone sent by God himself.
And that's really the heart of the story, isn't it? You have this ordinary guy, full of self-doubt, living in the middle of nowhere, and in a totally normal moment, he gets called to do something extraordinary. He wasn't picked because he was some perfect hero or super powerful. He was picked because he was there, and he was willing to listen.
So the story's answer to that question, how an ordinary person faces an impossible task, isn't about finding strength inside yourself. It's about relying on a power far greater than yourself. And that kind of leaves us with a big question, doesn't it? How do we face those challenges in our own lives that just feel way too big to handle on our own?